Welcome back, people, to another video on LSTV. And we got some interesting news today. Some lovely, interesting news today. So, click that subscribe button, click that like button, and let's get straight into it. So, the news I have for you, the news that the world has for you is Benjamin Sesko. Benjamin Sesko. What do we think about Benjamin Sesko? He's linked to Manchester United. Crazy links today. Fabrizio saying that, and David Ornstein saying that we're prioritizing signing him. I'm outside today, people. I'm outside today. And we're trying to get the fee down. Because, Leipzig are asking for, I think, 70 million. What do we think about Sesko, firstly? I think he's a decent player. But it's another risk. It is another risk. I hope it's not another risk, like another situation where it's like Hojlund, where he comes in and is just not great, Like, when Hojlund came in, he didn't score for the first 16, 15 games straight. And that was absolutely dreadful. So we can't have that happening again because we don't have the luxury to do that. We can't afford. The league is not going to be that bad. It's going to be way better than that season. So we would need him to come in and not maybe hit the ground running, but at least contribute, Score a couple goals here and there to get yourself started, get yourself used to the league and keep it going. But that's the whole point. He has to get used to the league and the pace of the league and everything like that. And we had an option like Watkins, who already knows the league, bangs goals, gets assists, and it's just a good player. And with the World Cup coming up, you might have said, okay, he's going to have the extra motivation to really be Manchester United's number 9 and really score them goals. Like, I think that is a big factor, the whole World Cup aspect. So I would have preferred Watkins, honestly. I don't know what y'all think. Let me know in the comments down below. Before, firstly, would you prefer Sesko or would you prefer Watkins, or anybody else that you prefer, like Mateta, what's not, which is still not a bad option. But yeah, I would prefer Watkins because Watkins is gonna score goals. He's gonna do his thing. But back on to Sesko. He has 13 league goals last season, 20 goals overall, a couple goals in the Champions League. I can't say that I've watched him too much. I'll be honest. I didn't watch too many games of Sesko. But for what I've seen, I'm not saying he's terrible either. Some people will just be like, oh, he's not good. Oh, he can't do this, so he's just a terrible player. Don't sign him because he's a terrible player. He's not a terrible player. He's not even a bad player. He's just a decent player with a bit of risk in it. Because these decent players of that age, because he is the same age as Rasmus, can come in and feel the pressure and then just don't perform because they can't, the weight behind the shirt, the pressure of trying to be Manchester United's number 9 to score the goals that we need, because we haven't had that in so long. It can be too much. It really can be too much for some people. And we're always hoping that someone can come in and just face that pressure and just do it, So it's a risk in that sense. Do I think he's going to do that? Okay, here's what I think. I think he's going to, if he comes in, he's going to do decent. I'll say maybe 10 to 12 Premier League goals the season's done. But Manchester United fans won't be happy with that. They won't be. They'll say he came in and wasn't great because he only scored 10 goals. But my point is, if he comes in and scores 10 to 12 goals, but Cunha and Mbeumo and whoever else are scoring goals, it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. As long as we finish in the position we're supposed to finish, he does his little part, getting used to the league. And we have players that are already used to the league as well. This is to defend him as well, by the way. That are doing their thing. Because I don't think Mbeumo's going to come in and score 5 goals. I don't think Cunha's going to come in and score 5 goals. I think they are guaranteed 10 plus goals between the both of them. Not between the both of them. For both of them individually. Because last season, I think we scored like 50 goals as a team. That is absolutely dreadful. Like, that is terrible. 50 goals as a Manchester United team in the Premier League in 38 games. That is just terrible. That is really, or maybe we even scored less than that. I think we scored 40 something. We did not score that many goals. We didn't. Another interesting thing about this Sesko deal is that Rasmus Hojlund is apparently a dream target for Leipzig. So we could do a swap deal there, and this is where I would be more inclined to doing the deal, because if we can get Rasmus out of the club and bring in a Sesko, we still have Zertsky there that can rotate with him. I think that getting Rasmus out of the club is very important. And this is not me hating on him. I do think Rasmus is terrible. I don't think he's that great of a player. I don't think his ceiling is that high either. But a team like Leipzig, he could probably do decently there. You know, that's what Leipzig do. They get those those youngish kind of players and make them do decent and then sell them off for more money or whatever. I don't think Rasmus' ceiling is Manchester United. I think if you were to use a Premier League team, for example, Rasmus' ceiling is like a Fulham, you know, mid-table team, Crystal Palace, maybe a Brighton, maybe, but not like the main person at Brighton, just maybe a Brighton, you know, that kind of level. Brighton's not a bad team, by the way. These are not bad teams, but I think that's the level of Hojlund. But Manchester United, we need more than that, you know. We need more than that. But that's where things get interesting. I would definitely do that deal if we can get the price down with Hojlund coming in. Maybe get the price to about 25 million plus Hojlund. You know, that can work because Hojlund's market value is like 30 to 35 million, and I think that'll be a good deal for Leipzig because Sesko doesn't want to come to us, but we have Newcastle there as well, which we might give Newcastle another L. Ekitike gone, Isak wants to leave. Wisa can't come to Newcastle. And when we took from them, Cunha we took from them. All their targets are just going to other clubs. And if you're going to take Sesko from them too, it's mad. I'm sorry, Newcastle fans. It's mad. That's just I'm sorry. I don't know what to say other than I'm sorry because that's it. I just feel bad at this point. They're just losing all of their targets. Who are Newcastle signing? All they sign is Alanga. Just losing players. It's peak out here. It's peak. But yeah, I would do the deal under those circumstances with a swap deal. Again, still would prefer Watkins. I really think Watkins would have been really the best option. And he's not going to want to be rotated as much as well because if we get Watkins and he's going to start every single game, he's not going to be taken off. So Zerski wouldn't get as much playtime in my opinion. But with Sesko coming in, I think Zerski would get a lot of playtime. I actually think Zerski will start the season if he's fit because I think he's still in training but not fully fit yet. So if he's fit for the start of the season, we have like 3 or 4 more preseason games. I think Zerski will start the season and then Sesko will just get bedded into the team, which I think makes more sense. Honestly, I think that makes way more sense because Zerski's already played in the system, and we saw in the last end part of last season that he did play well. Yes, he didn't get all the GA because maybe some people didn't finish his chances or just things were just not happening for us. We just weren't playing that great, but he was a shining light in how bad we were playing. One of them in the second part of the season. I wouldn't say the first. The first part, he was not great. And you know how United fans wanted him out the club and they booed him off the pitch and all that nonsense because United fans are just not, you know. Another thing is that I feel like as fans, we have to give players a bit of, like, not excuses, but we got to give players a little bit of leeway because not every player is going to come in and just do a madness. Like, we tend to, as fans, is a player comes in, has one bad game, and that's it. They're terrible. It's over. We can't, they're just not a good player anymore. Or they have one player had a good season, then has an off season. Oh, he's not a good player. He's not a good player anymore because he had a bad season. Get rid of him, sell him. We can't be having that mentality. We can't be having that, what do you call it? It's, short-minded. Guys, I hope you guys can know the word I'm trying to look for. But we're too quick to just... That's it. Give up on players. And even if they show a glimpse of quality in 5 games, you're like, oh no, he only did it in 5 games, so that means that he's not a good player. You can't look at the circumstances around, you know, why the player is playing a specific way and stuff like that. Some players are just not good, like how Rasmus is just not good. I don't think he will ever be good at any certain circumstances with Manchester United, especially. It just won't work. Even in preseason, he had a good, decent start against West Ham and then just died out, just dried up. Because like he usually does, because he's not that great. I want Rasmus out the club. Like, that is my aim. My aim this summer is to get Rasmus out of this club. Get Andrew Onana as well. That's another thing we're about to get into. Out the club. But yeah, to finish on the Sesko section, let me know what y'all think. Is Sesko a good signing? Would you guys do the swap deal? 100% I would. And how many goals do you think Sesko would score if he came into Manchester United? I think he will, as I said, I think he'll score 10 to 15, 10 to 12, 10 to 12, not even 10 to 15, 10 to 12 in the league, which is decent. We don't have Champions League, so I can't say he's going to score 20 overall. But yeah, 10 to 12 in the league, I think he'll do decently. But moving on, just to quickly talk about goalkeepers, we're linked to Donnarumma again today. I would love to sign Donnarumma because it looks like PSG are trying to get Chevalier from Lille. So Donnarumma might not be number 1. And he wants to be number one. He just won the Champions League, man. He just won the whole Champions League with them. He just went to a Club World Cup final. He's going to want to be the number one somewhere. And Donnarumma, we have a place for you. We can give you that number one that you want. You might not get Champions League right now, but we can give you that number one that you want. Because we need to get Andre Onana as well. That's another problem right there. He is calamity. Calamity. We can't have him next season as our main number one goalkeeper. It can't be. Yeah, let me know what y'all think about that. Donnarumma or no? But yeah, people. I just want to talk to y'all about Sesko. If you guys like the video, as I said at the beginning, like, subscribe, and share with everyone you know. And again, we're close to 100 subscribers. We'll get there. And I'll see you on the next video. Peace out.